And joining us in studio on the back of that story is Charles Owino, is a former police spokesperson, but now the chairman, KIMC. Thank you for making time. When the protests began on the 18th of June, Charles, they were very peaceful, but the police didn't do well when it comes to dealing with the protesters. Do you think, from an insider's view, are the police using outdated ways of controlling protesters?
I don't think so. We are a democratic country, and we have a vibrant constitution, as I've ever said. This constitution brought about Chapter 4, the Bill of Rights, which was not in the old constitution. And basically, what has happened is that Article 37 of the Constitution is very clear, that we need to demonstrate, picket, present our petitions peaceably and unarmed. It's basic English that at standard 2 we should be able to understand. Now, what's happening is many of us don't get to know the history of a state, because we need to understand and to teach the youngsters, the younger generation, even our generation. There are many people who don't understand the meaning of state. The state came about after the Treaty of Westphalia, around 1647. We lived in a state of nature, just like the wild animals. If somebody offends you, you go for tit for tat, an eye for an eye. But with the establishment of the state, we agreed as human beings that we surrender our power to the state.
Yes.
And that meant that the state had three arms: the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. And the legislature and the judiciary. The legislature to make the laws.
Yeah.
And then within the executive, there's a word we use which many people don't like. The police is now the tool of the executive to ensure that they can maintain law and order.
But I'm referring to the 18th specifically.
Yes. I'm just giving you a background so that you get to understand that the police have a role to maintain law and order. So basically, what happens, there are times when the police may become overzealous.
Like on the 18th, did they become overzealous?
But I cannot say fully. But
I'm not speaking about the subsequent protests, Charles. I'm speaking about on the 18th, where the first time everybody said protesters came with phones and iPhones and
all right, but even on the 18th, I don't know whether we had any cases of deaths.
They weren't there.
On that particular day. But what I can say, we need to agree, first of all, Trevor. I'm here to discuss a peaceful, democratic country which has laws and orders that laws that people strictly follow. If you look at countries where anarchy has taken place, you know the consequences. So what I'm saying is, we are also overzealous as community. For example, why would you want to ban a road if you are demonstrating or picketing? Because nobody, even the human rights defenders, nobody is talking about discouraging people from banning our own roads, because we are talking about high cost of living. Then you ban a road. Then you will have to get a supplementary budget. But there are procedures where police can use to arrest an individual. That is true. Because even on that day, on the 18th that I'm talking about, from the first day, we saw involvement of non-uniformed police officers also arresting people. Trevor, so many were taken to court and they were even released. Trevor, I'm not with no charges. I'm not here to defend any part. Yeah, but you're an expert in this. Yes, so you know how it operates. That is why I'm saying that even when we want to blame the police, I want to protect that. Can we agree that we must be decent? Can we also agree that there are some officers that are overzealous? I agree. And that is why in 2004, the police came up with a strategic plan for 2004, 2008. And that is why we decided we wanted to have a civilian oversight. Oversight on the police, so that the police officers who have excesses can be dealt with.
Okay.
And that is why, Trevor, if you look at it strictly, what we are talking about is that for a very long time in history, police officers have been charged, even when there was no IPOA. Police officers who are overzealous have been charged. But before we get to the police that we can discipline, Trevor, can we agree as a nation, as a country, that yes, you have a right to picket, you have a right to demonstrate? Why ban somebody's car?
Okay.
Why ban a shop? Are you getting me? Yes, let those policemen who are doing the wrong thing be dealt with. But the question is, sisi kama wananchi, why would you want to, why would you, like you said, that it was very peaceful. Okay. And it is common knowledge that a number of people took over with interest. You know, in this country, we even have people who are robbers.
Okay, and we'll get into that in just a bit, Charles. Just hold on that thought for a bit. We'll get into that